Good evening and welcome to Spotlight with me, Palki Sharma Upadhyay. He spent 2 crores on a chartered flight to China, 7 crores for a yagya when droughted farmers were committing suicide, and now more than 50 crores on a 9-acre residential complex which is Vastu compliant and has bulletproof bathrooms. Telangana Chief Minister K Chandrashekhar Rao's loot, and we use this word judiciously, his loot of public money is shocking and shameful. In neighbouring Karnataka, legislators have mooted an exclusive township spread over 100 acres. In Uttar Pradesh, all former chief ministers get government bungalows for life. In Lutyens, Delhi, netas get sprawling mansions while you pay the bill. How do VIPs get away with this loot, and who will stop them? Take a look at these images from across the country as lakhs of Indians continue to suffer from the cash crunch. Our netas aren't shying away from using our money for their conceited ideas of safety and luxury. After K Janardhana Reddy's daughter's lavish wedding in Karnataka and neighbouring Telangana, Chief Minister K Chandrashekhar Rao has spent crores of the taxpayers' money on bulletproof fittings for his house in Begumpet, and he moved into his new office-cum-residence in a grand ceremony earlier today. The complex, named Pragathi Bhavan by the state government, comprises 5 buildings, including the Chief Minister's residence, office and a conference room. Joining us this evening on Spotlight, Bhanu Prasad, who's the MLC and spokesperson of TRS, with us from Hyderabad, and Saira Shah Halim, an activist, with us from Kolkata. Good evening to both of you. Bhanu Prasad, how does your government justify this expenditure?
Basically, previously, a lot of chief ministers have spent state government's money for actually developing their own houses, actually restructuring their own houses. Unlike our leader, KCR has created an asset for the state. He has not created any asset to his own family or his own for personal use. He has created an asset for the state of Telangana. The state of Telangana is very particular. Our government is very particular. Even every office, even in a mandal headquarters, should be up to date. And our CM is very particular that the governance should be in totally it should be a different.
You needed bulletproof bathrooms for that?
He wants to talk to the from top to the front. See, basically I'm an architect. I would like to tell you a few things. A bulletproof cost, glass cost, and whatever the other glass cost. You just compare the price between that. You compare the rate of that. I don't know why the media exaggerates so much. I don't know what is what. I'm a practicing architect since last 25 years. But the price of a bulletproof glass and the price of a toughened glass, you should know what is the price before elaborating it, exaggerating it so much.
Okay.
It makes about 2,000 to 3,000 rupees difference, or about 5,000 rupees difference. See, just by using certain words, don't confuse people and don't exaggerate things.
50 crores spent on a house, is that exaggeration?
So expensive.
Is that exaggeration?
It should not be used. Pardon?
50 crore rupees spent on a mansion, is that exaggeration?
I personally feel that it is exaggeration. You feel? Yes. It may be around 30 crores. That is what I feel. I'm not sure. That is what I feel by seeing that structure. So maybe about 30-35 crores it may be. But what I am saying is, it is the state's asset. It is not any personal asset, or it is not KCR's own house which is renovated, which is by spending the state government's money or something like that. It is the government's quarter. It is government-owned building, and this building is not going to be for KCR alone. Whoever may be the CM in future, he is going to run the system administration from there. So the facilities required over there are created in such a manner that he can speak to any person anywhere in the state. He can talk to anyone in the state. He can call for the entire department at his place and he can discuss various issues. For example, agriculture department is there. Right from a field assistant to the chief secretary, the principal secretary of agriculture, he can speak to them and he can express what his views are, what he wants from them, what development.
I appreciate the sentiment.
That sort of facilities
yes,
he has created.
focusing on agriculture. He also did a multi-crore yagya when people were dying and farmers were dying because of a drought. But Saira Shah Halim, okay, you've accused the media of exaggerating. Let me talk to someone who is not from the media, who also doesn't have any political vested interest. Saira Shah Halim, he feels that this expenditure should be about 30 crore rupees, and this is an asset for the state, not the private property of the chief minister. Does that justify this kind of expenditure, madam?
See, at a time when people are queuing up and there's a severe cash crunch, I feel a public person, and here we're talking about the Chief Minister of Telangana, so I feel he should have used his, common sense and refrain from this overt sense of expenditure, because it sets a very bad precedent all and out, where people are dying. Farmers are committing suicide. We've seen close to 67 deaths in the recent past because of demonetization. So I feel he should have exercised restraint in, expenditure as far as expense are concerned, whether it's 30 crores, whether it's 50 crores, whether it's exaggerated, not exaggerated. However, it sends out a very bad message to everybody out in the country who are facing challenges with this whole cash crunch.
Right. We've also opened our phone lines and we want to speak to the people of Telangana and the people of India in general. Our first caller is from Hyderabad, Ashwin Naidu. Mr. Bhanu Prasad, you should listen to this carefully. Good evening, Mr. Naidu.
Good evening. My name is Ashwin Naidu here.
Yeah.
Hello. Are
Yes,
you able to hear me?
yes, Mr. Naidu. Yes, please go ahead.
The first thing is entire Telangana right from KCR has come. It has been a Nero's rule, because when Rome was burning, Nero was fiddling. And he has wasted taxpayers' money by converting his cars from black color to white color. And next, he wants to demolish the Secretariat building, which has been in the AP for such a long time. And now this 50 crore bathroom, why does he need a 50 crore washroom? That too when he's supposed to be a public representative. And it is shameless that TRS people are representing this kind of CM who is wasting taxpayers' money. And zero accountability is there in Telangana. Simple thing, the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation is a web of corruption. Till now, there has been no audit in GHMC. You can just cross-check it with any of the officials. This is my question. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Let me take in one more caller before I come to you, Mr. Prasad. Huma is with us from Mumbai. Good evening, Huma.
Good evening, madam. See, each state is vying with each other to give palatial houses to their netas. Now, in Telangana, what is the earthly necessity when people are dying of starvation and farmers are struggling? Why they should win such 50 crores? My goodness, can't they do something with 10 crores or 15 crores? And let me tell that gentleman who is telling the world, the nation about toughened glass, what he is quoting is 5,000 plus per square foot rate, madam. Toughened glass, bulletproof glass costs such a lot. He is trying to hoodwink the public. Wow, whom he is trying to hoodwink? And another thing, slowly the netas will build this under the name that they are doing it for the government, this thing generally. And slowly, later on, as it happened in Lucknow, it will be transferred for the neta lifetime. That is what they generally do. And whom he is trying to cheat, such a palatial with such precincts, and that too to conduct meetings for agriculture. Madam, this is real hoax. It is totally unwanted, unwarranted, and it is clear loot of public money.
Thanks very much, Huma, for speaking to us. Bhanu Prasad, these are not people from the media. These are people who vote for you, sir. They are calling it Nero's rule. They are calling it a hoax. They are saying that this expenditure is unwarranted. Explain.
See. No. Let me answer once. Let me answer. One Mr. Naidu, who was talking from Hyderabad, he said he has not done anything. Our CM is acting like an hero. If the power situation in the state was so worst, and we are giving 24 hours power, before our government it was about 6 to 7 hours per day, even in the Hyderabad metro city. That was the situation. If that is the if the rule of ours is by giving 24 hours power, if we are becoming a neuro or something, it is for him to decide. See, we are spending highest money in this country for the poor and downtrodden people. No other state out of these 29 states, we are the highest spending state in the
Your highest spending, I don't know on whom though.
We are spending maximum amount for the relief of poor. For the poor, for the relief measures.
Okay.
You can go ahead. You can see.
Saira Shah Aleem, this is not just about KCR, this is not just about a particular leader or a state. We see this all the time, as I mentioned in the introduction as well, from Uttar Pradesh, where ex-chief ministers are getting government bungalows for life, to Delhi, Lutyens zone, where netas live in sprawling mansions and we foot the bill. This is everywhere, this VIP loot, and they go about it in such a polished way, saying this is for the people, we are not doing it for our personal gain, this is so that we can conduct meetings to help the poor. Who's going to stop this?
See, firstly we need to question, is such opulence, do we require such opulence for meetings? I mean, where in a state where farmers are committing suicide, in a nation that is facing a crash crunch, that is facing challenges because of demonetization, is such opulence and splendor required? That too from a person who is representing a state, somebody who is a chief minister. I think it's in very poor light and is setting an extremely bad example to all the citizens of the country. It's sending out a message that the rich and powerful can get away with opulence while you all stand in queues, while you all face severe poverty in the country. So I feel such behavior should be discouraged, and we should take cognizance of this entire issue.
Right, we're trying to get back in touch with Bhanu Prasad of the TRS, and in light of the criticism coming their way, the question is, of course, will the Chief Minister of Telangana apologize to the people for the way he's mocked them by this this brazen show of wealth with this bungalow? R.S. Murthy is with us from Chennai. Good evening, Mr. Murthy.
Good evening. Yeah, just now I'm following the discussion. What they say is a Vastu complied house. Vastu is an individual belief. It is not the state belief. For his individual belief, can he spend that 50 crores of taxpayers' money?
Absolutely.
It is Vastu is individual belief. He is not permanent. He is not going to stay in the building permanently. What is the guarantee the next CM will not destroy the whole thing and erect a new building as per his Vastu?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let Mr. Bhanu Prasad answer for this.
Sure. Mr. Murthy, thanks very much. We'll try and get Mr. Bhanu Prasad to answer your question. In the meantime, we have one more caller from Hyderabad. Dr. Jagannathan is with us. Good evening, Doctor.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Can I tell my view?
Yes.
Actually, this building was not started when the cash crunch was there, as some of the commentator was telling. This was much before and the building was completed. Actually, for a chief minister to do the administration, he should have sufficient facilities to interact with all the MLAs and with all the leaders within the building, so that he need not have to go anywhere. And with all the latest facilities, so that he can reach out to the villages also. So it is possible when such a facility has been created. And this is a government bungalow.
Okay.
And for a government bungalow, it is important that the chief minister should have all the facilities.
And
he is not going to stay permanently.
Sure.
And the next chief minister will occupy the place. It is a government asset.
All right. Of course, you're entitled to your view. Thanks very much, Dr. Jagannathan, and to my guests as well, Bhanu Prasad and Saira Shah Aleem, for joining us. Of course, this debate goes on. Are they justified in this sort of expenditure?